Hello, friends. This week I had an interesting conversation with a woman who was sharing about some anxiety in her life. And perhaps you can relate, I certainly could. A sense of being busy with life and with things, with your job and with relationships, but that all of these things have no meaning outside of just themselves, that they don't seem to be pointing towards anything bigger than just themselves. That life sometimes can feel so abstract. This week we're going to be reading from Psalm 148, and the psalmist he reminds us that being a part of creation, being a part of what God is doing, means that we are not abstract, but that God has a greater purpose, even if we can't understand it. The psalmist, he says that angels, sun, moon, stars, season, the mountains, the hills, even creeping things, birds, animals, and finally humanity are all joined together in the great story of praising the Lord. In particular, he says in verse 5, "Let them praise the name of the Lord, for he spoke the word, and they were made. He commanded, and they were created." It is this word of the Lord that gives our whole story meaning. We are just a small part of what the Lord is doing, this big picture. My friend, she explained it this way, that perhaps we are like a single pixel on a screen, but it is the pixels of all of creation that give the image that only truly the Lord can see and paint. I heard a story once about people who were gathering for a conference, and they were looking for an empty room to do this conference in. And they found a room in which there was an abstract painting hanging on the wall. And they took this painting down from the wall and did their conference with a projector on that blank wall. And when the conference was over, they went to go put the painting back up. But because the painting was abstract, they had no idea which way to put it back on the wall. And they spent some time arguing over which way the painting should go. But it wasn't until finally they looked at the painting itself and saw the artist's signature on that painting that they knew in which direction to put it back on the wall. Our lives, friends, are given meaning, given purpose, and even given direction when we first look for the author, the one who speaks all creation into being and speaks us into being, even our purpose. May you be blessed this week.